Hi, it's Art, short for Artemy, and you can find me at CU Artist pretty much everywhere. So Dandy Vandy recommended that I talk about my comic making routine, so I'm gonna do that. Truly, I think the thing that helps me be able to move through working on things relatively quickly is the fact that I have the comic process relatively hammered out at this point. And I'm not sure if that was the routine that was specifically being asked about, so I am gonna just link like a Google Drive checklist of the steps of the process that I use and have memorized at this point, so I just can kind of quickly move on to the next portion of the comic. But kind of on the regular day-to-day basis, I usually wake up pretty early so I can work on editing the audio or video for this challenge, head to work, end up thinking about comic stuff for a lot of the day, whether it be trying to get into a character's head, or trying to ask myself questions about plot holes, or just kind of planning my next step. I am usually thinking about something. If it's an idea that I don't know that I will remember, I will write it down, whether that be in my Notion pages. I have just a quick notes section, messaging it to my partner to get their thoughts on my ideas. Or sometimes if I'm trying to get it down really quickly, I will write it on a sheet of paper, and if that's the case, then I will make sure to take a picture of it. Then, as I'm driving home, I've mentioned before, I will do a voice recording just to kind of keep myself in the flow, and I will talk out my plan for when I get home. So, frequently will be like what audio I want to maybe record, trying to come up with ideas for that, what is the exact next direct step in the comic, because I can kind of bounce around and do a lot of different things. And then also general, I exist as a human being, I need to take care of the house, or do something bureaucratic, like whatever. Then I will usually record audio once I get home, and then try to decompress a little bit, say hello to my cat, and eat food, and then usually I will start trying to film at about 7 p.m. And that is currently how my comic time is spent. Because of this challenge, I am getting closer to just doing the 30. When I'm not doing this, I can usually work a lot more than 30 minutes. Part of that is like I have to be at the desk to film, and sometimes I just want to be sitting on the comfy couch, but I also have to get in the mindset of filming something, so I have definitely been doing a little bit less, but that's also from having to do the editing. But I am definitely getting faster at doing that, so that is good. So, I am doing the work during filming. Like I said, I am going to link a Google Doc that has like my specific process that I'm doing, but because of that and also my planning while I'm coming home from work, I can usually decide, okay, I am going to go to the next episode instead of working on making this into the mobile format. So yeah, I guess I kind of pre-plan what exactly I want to do, and then because I have all of the steps already set out, it is pretty easy to just pick up where I left off the previous day. And then I try to go to bed as early as I can, since I have the earlier waking up time to try and get the editing in. Though more recently I have been, if I ended the recording off at a spot that I wasn't like completely satisfied at, I will continue doing art just until I get to a satisfactory stopping point. So yeah, I definitely used to do more time exclusively working on the comic itself, but I do really think I need to be having that other time of the day to work on marketing stuff so it will actually be seen. Like I've said, I already did pretty much work on my comic daily. I didn't keep track of it as obviously before, and it also definitely was not always 30 minutes. I just wanted to do something at the very least, especially on Sundays, which is my longest work day. I would end up like just inputting some text really quickly, that kind of thing, just so that I could do something, just so I kept up that routine of doing at least a little bit of something every day. So that is my basic kind of daily schedule for the work week. On Fridays, I've been doing a lot of the video editing if I have not felt like doing it during the week. And also, I have recently been fiddling around with my website. Saturday, I usually end up doing more house-related tasks. But when not doing this challenge, I definitely have spent, like, all day of a weekend day, kind of just in the comic zone, especially when I'm really amping up for something like the webcomic trailer. I can truly just sit and focus on it for hours and hours. On the weekend days, my cat is particularly needy. She will come and yell at me and make sure I sit on the couch, so I will make sure that I get my cup of coffee and all of my drawing equipment at the ready before she comes to sit on me, because she will just sit on me for hours and hours, so I really need to be able to do something or I will go bonkers. Once I get my website a little bit more under control, it is getting there at this point in time. I really want to try and use Fridays for kind of making TikToks or other videos of that ilk, just because my partner is usually working and our roommate is also working, so I am mostly just alone in the living room. And that is definitely a very good place to be marketing since there's so many people there right now, so I want to try and get that more into a schedule. I am a little bit hesitant. I just haven't made a lot of TikToks or knockoff ones. I'll just say TikToks from now on. So I'm not trying to make something that I don't enjoy. I just haven't done a lot of it yet, so it's new and I just don't know how it will work out yet. But the reels and stuff that I have made have definitely gotten a lot more traction because people are pushing those things a lot. So definitely want to try and get into that space more. So in kind of preparation for that, I have ended up, when I am scrolling through whatever app that has that kind of video, I will, if I come across a trend or something, especially one that's an artist trend, I will copy the link to the video, and I have a page in my Notion where I have which app it is from, what possible things I'd need to do it, if it's a specific piece of art, or if I can just have a video at the ready, or if it's an old piece of art that I just need to pull up. So I have a couple of those prepared, so I have ideas to make content. I just have not sat down and actually made it yet. So yeah, I hope that answered what you were looking for. I am kind of just constantly thinking about things and then do the 30 minutes a day at this point in time. But if you do want me to go over a more concise comic process, I can try to do that. It definitely would be easier to do if I did just one page at a time. I could much more easily point out the things. But for now, I am not doing that. So, yeah, that is all I have for today. Thanks for listening, and I hope to see you tomorrow.